Hello, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Now, it doesn't matter how many rolls you make. If you don't bet, you're not going to make any money. You could roll 100 rolls in a row without any seven. And if you don't place your bet, you're not going to make any money. So this is how I bet. This is a system I use for me. This is what I'm comfortable with. This is my risk tolerance. I'm not telling you how you should spend your money or how much you should bet. That's entirely up to you. Okay? If you have an issue, if you have a problem with gambling, whatever it is, then you deal with it. You figure a way to overcome it. I'm just saying, this is what I use, this is what is comfortable with me, and this is what works for me. Okay? Now let's get that out of the way. I bet 110 on all the box number. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 110 each. And on the field, I bet 50. And when it's my turn to shoot, I bet the bid table minimum on the pass line or the don't pass line. Usually on a pass line, just so I could roll. I don't bet this way for everybody because I don't know what their SOR is and how good they are, whatever they are. I don't know them. They're strangers to me. This is how I bet when it's my turn to roll. I call this scorched earth. It's a Hail Mary, do or die, last quarter OT, okay? Now, the point is, when I put my boys up in the front line, I want to know, I have to make sure that I can take them back home because that's a lot of money out there. You're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 660 plus 50 here. So you're looking at about 710 for one roll. So I need to be able to make sure I can get that back because that's a big hit if it doesn't work, okay? Now I know for my 6-8, I can use the 4-2-2-4 set to lock those numbers, okay? And for my field, I can use the 6-3-3-6. But I'm betting all the numbers to make it cover on the come out roll. I know for a fact that I can at least make one number on a come out roll before I 7 out, okay? Because the average is 6 and my SOR on average is 14. So I can at least make one good roll without a 7. Okay. Now, I'm going to use the 6-3-3-6 set on a come out roll. The button's off. I'm betting 110 on all the numbers and 50 on the field. Okay? So here I go. I'm shooting from the end of the table. And the number is 4. The point is 4. Okay? There's a 4. And I get paid double. So I get 120. 220, correction. That's double pay. 220 on the 4 pay. And $100 from the field. All right? See how it works? I threw the dice. I set it for the 6-3-3-6. I made a field number, which luckily happened to be a 4, which pays me double. So double from 110 is 220. And I also get paid in a field, which is even pay. $50 bet, $50 pay. Now, here's the key point. I take everything off the table. Okay? Take all that stuff back. Take my boys back home. Okay? I have $270 to play with. Now, I'm not going to bet all that stuff out there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bet $30 each on the 6-8 and make my roll, okay? Now, I'm going to use my dice set, which is the 4-2-2-4, to get the combination I want. set my dice up, line up, adjust my finger, make my throw. Okay, too tall, off the table. Got reset. I'm going to do the 4-2-2-4. Try again. And that gives me a 7. Now, I've lost the $60 bet and the table minimum bet. But guess what? I still have the 210 that I started out with as profit. And it moves to the next roller. That's how I bet. That's what I call scorched earth. Hail Mary, okay? A blitz. Now, there's another way that I bet. I do the same thing. I bet 110 on all the numbers. Okay, I bet 110 all the numbers, but I don't bet in the field. And I bet the table minimum, whatever that I need to, so I can toss the dice. I set my dice up for the 4-2-2-4, hoping for the 6 and 8, because that's what comes out the most. And here I go. And that gives me a 3. I just lost my place bet, my pass line bet. And I go again. 4-2-2-4. That gives me a 7. And I lost all my place bet because that's on all the time. So you can see the risk. You need a high risk tolerance. Okay? Now, the reason why I bet so high in the beginning, cover all my numbers and the field, it's like I said, the first roll I make, I can at least make one good number, okay? Now, if I hit a 4, it pays me double. I hit the 10, it pays me double. But because I have the field bet, I also get paid the 4 here and the 10 here. If I hit a 5, I get paid 60, okay? Because it's 50 it covers. 6 and 8, I get 60 because it's the same thing. But if I get a 9, I get paid here and here. Okay? If I hit a 2, I get double. If I hit a 12, I get double. And that's how I bet. That's why I call it scorched earth, Hail Mary. So Hail Mary, Hail Earth. Okay? And that's what I use. So, I'm going to do the 4-2-2-4, shooting from the edge of the table, and hopefully it worked out. And that gives me an 8. Now, if I didn't bet the field number, I would get just even money. I don't want to go through all the percentage, okay? Now, I get that, okay? Instead of leaving all my boys out there, I take them down, okay? I bring them home, and I play with the house money, which gives me 110 to play with, okay? Instead of putting the whole 110, I put 60. So 30 on the 6, 30 on the 8. Okay. Then I set up my dice for the 6, 8 and make my roll. I don't have to worry about it. I'm using the house money now, not my money. All my boys are back home. Make my throw, and I get a 5. Nothing happened because I didn't bet anything like that. Now, if that's too risky for you, you could break that down and do 15 apiece. Okay, plus a $3 cap. So you see, you're playing with the house money after you make the first hit. And that's it.